Ever wished you could just hit a duplicate button on your budget in Pocketguard? Imagine the time saved, the hassle avoided, especially if you're managing multiple budgets, perhaps for different projects, income streams, or even just planning for varying financial seasons. It's a common thought, right? We create this perfect, detailed budget and then realize we need a slightly tweaked version or a completely separate one for a new goal, and the idea of starting from scratch feels, well, a bit soul-crushing. Pocketguard is fantastic for its simplicity and its ability to give you a clear picture of what's truly in your pocket after bills. It connects to your accounts, categorizes transactions, and helps you stay on track. But for all its strengths, there's one question that frequently pops up in forums and discussions. Can you duplicate a budget within the app? Let's cut right to the chase. As of my last check, and based on the current features available in Pocketguard, there isn't a direct duplicate budget button. You can't simply create a copy of an existing budget with a single tap. This might come as a surprise to some, especially given how common this feature is in other productivity and financial planning tools. So, if you can't duplicate it directly, what are your options if you need a similar budget or want to adapt an existing one for a new purpose? Well, it means a little bit of manual work, but it's certainly not impossible. The most straightforward approach is to create a new budget from scratch and then manually input the categories and amounts from your existing budget. This might sound tedious, but it also offers an opportunity for review. As you're inputting the data, you can assess if those categories and amounts are still relevant for your new budget's purpose. Maybe your spending habits have shifted or new financial goals have emerged. This manual recreation allows for a thoughtful audit of your financial plan. Another strategy, if your duplicate budget is only slightly different from your original, is to simply modify the existing one for a new month or a new financial period. Pocketguard resets your budget every month, giving you a fresh start. If you're looking to track a slightly different set of expenses for a specific period, you can adjust the categories and limits for that month. However, this means you lose the original budget's historical data, which might not be ideal if you need to compare performance over time for distinct budgets. For those who need truly separate and distinct budgets for different purposes, perhaps one for personal expenses and another for a side hustle, creating entirely new budgets is the way to go. Pocketguard is designed to help you manage your overall spending, and while it doesn't offer compartmentalization in the way some business accounting software does, you can effectively manage multiple conceptual budgets by creating separate budget categories and tracking them diligently. It's worth noting that financial technology is constantly evolving. What isn't available today might be a core feature tomorrow. App developers often listen to user feedback, and the ability to duplicate budgets is a highly requested feature in many personal finance apps. So, while it's not currently an option, it's always a good idea to keep your app updated and check for new features. In the meantime, the current workaround requires a bit more hands-on involvement, but it ensures you stay in control of your finances. It forces you to actively engage with your spending plan, which, in itself, can be a valuable exercise for financial awareness and discipline. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.